Our topic tonight was secrets of the insurance company. Give us a couple of the big methods that they use against folks.
One I talked about earlier before the break that's a pet peeve of mine is that, you know, insurance is never be, although it's always there in the courtroom, it's never allowed to be mentioned in the courtroom. Another thing you need to be very careful of, if you have an insurance adjuster that you're dealing with, quite often after an accident, they want to record you, and they ask to do this early to for you to give them a recorded statement. They do it before they seem to get adversarial, and so they ask people, do you mind if I record you and I'll ask you about what happened?
Yeah.
The questions are almost always designed to minimize your claim, to limit what you may be able to claim later, and they've got you to an advantage. And so what most people do, good-natured people, will say, well, sure, I've got nothing to hide.
Right.
And you give a statement, and before you know it, you've talked yourself out of half of your claim. They don't get serious about talking about the money until they try to get the statement first.
Right.
Never give a recorded statement if you're in a serious claim before you consult with an attorney, whether it's recorded or written statement. Don't do it if you're in a serious accident until you talk to an attorney. The other thing is double check what the insurance companies tell you. I can't tell you how many times people come to me and says, well, I talked to the insurance company and they said they're not responsible. I said, well, of course they're going to say that. You know, they always say that. That's what they say every time. But just because they say they're not responsible doesn't mean they're not responsible.
Right.
And what they're banking on is about, again, people are good-natured and they've not handled a claim before. Half the people, maybe more, will take them at face value and say, okay, well, they said it's not covered, I'll move on.
Yeah.
And quite often they come see
Right.
me and it is covered.
Right.
So those are a couple of tactics that you need to be aware of that we see all the time. And people really diminish potentially what they are entitled to recover.
Jim, I want to go over two, and these are two that you have mentioned before.
Sure.
One is the statement while the person's still in the hospital.
Right.
That one, it puts bugs on me. And you've said you've seen it before.
Oh yeah, some of the worst cases I have, and that's another thing, which leads me to another sort of topic. So, and that is, if you're in a serious claim in particular, I know people are busy, and the last thing they want to think about is developing a claim. Well, look, you and your family's future is going to depend on what you do to a large extent in the first 72 hours after a serious accident where someone is seriously injured or killed, because the insurance company is on the scene immediately. I know the attorneys who represent them statewide, they have 24-hour response teams. They are out on the scene in a serious trucking accident within hours. And most people are either grieving, wanting to take care of a loved one, and they want to put it off. They want to talk to an attorney or think about it for weeks or months. And I can't tell you how many claims where people come back and they need the money to support their family and move forward. And by moving slowly, they've been beaten out of most of their claims. What you do is talk to the lawyer early, sign up, give them the authority to investigate, preserve evidence, take statements, and then when you come up for air after the grieving process or after you've healed, then you can sit down and decide whether you want to proceed with a claim or not. You don't have to, but you've preserved your options by doing that.